What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today, you're going to be watching some Champion Hill gameplay. You have not seen this on my channel and probably not any other YouTuber's channel since probably the alpha. I don't know what they're thinking, but for some reason, Call of Duty just always has to put in like some game mode like gunfight or face off, and now Champion Hill, some little gimmick game mode just to release in the alpha that they think people will be hyped to play, when in reality it's not, right? Nobody's really hyped to play this. You don't see this ever being streamed on Twitch. You don't see any gameplay channel ever posting this, right? Like, just nobody cares about watching it. Nobody really cares about it. I figured I'd post it today just because we've been playing it here and there, whenever, we don't have 6 people on, we just play some 3v3 gunfight, and it's not even gunfight. What is it called? It's called Champion Hill. And I figured it's something new. I get some nice plays here with the Tommy gun, and yeah, we go off pretty well. So it's enjoyable gameplay. Hopefully enjoy it. I cut out a lot of the boring parts because, like I said, it is Champion Hill. There is going to be a lot of boring parts in it because there's like random buy rounds and stuff. I don't even know how it works. I feel like they didn't do a good job of explaining how it works, but we're not here for that, right? We're here to see basically what the title is. And the title of this video is going to be something along the lines of, does Sledgehammer Games deserve another chance? Is Sledgehammer Games done? This video was inspired by other YouTubers, namely Fooly. He is another Call of Duty commentator here. I do play with him a good amount. Go check him out if you haven't already. Great commentator, growing very fast, so really proud of him. But yeah, go check him out. He did a video similar to this as today's video, but I want to talk and give my 2 cents on, should Sledgehammer Games basically wrap it up? Should they be done? Should Activision, or I guess Microsoft now, should they basically tell Sledgehammer Games to go pound sand and or is it kick rocks, pound sand? I forget the expression, but they should be done. All right, and this is my opinion. Sadly enough, I hate being like that guy. I don't want to be mean. There's a plenty of YouTubers out there who are okay being mean. I'm not really one of them. I don't like critiquing people. I like critiquing games and flaws in inherent games, but when it comes to people, I'm not the biggest fan of it. And I don't know, it's just a personality trait of mine. So let's get into the first reason. I think Sledgehammer Games, my overall take, just FYI, is I think Sledgehammer Games is done. Whether I think so or not, kind of irrelevant. I personally think that they should be done or should get completely overhauled in some way, but I think overall they're done. All right, first let's take a look at their track record, right? They made part of Modern Warfare 3, which personally was one of my favorite games, if not my favorite. Probably competes with Black Ops 2, but I could be swayed depending on the day that you ask me. So both those games are in the top for me, so I'm fine with either of those. Then they made Advanced Warfare, which I didn't play in its prime. I played a little bit afterwards, but it just seemed kind of chaotic and messy. And I think that's kind of a vibe that you're gonna get with Sledgehammer Games, because the next game was World War II, a complete snooze fest until the overhaul, which was in February, March or something like that. And speaking of which, an overhaul to a game that late into its life cycle really doesn't do much. A lot of people say like, oh, World War II is not a bad game now, but like nobody's playing it now, and nobody really played it back then too. You had to remember, this game was competing with Fortnite at the time. Fortnite was this huge juggernaut. It's not like the laughing stock that it is now. No offense, Fortnite people, don't hate me, don't cancel me. But it's not, Fortnite today is not what Fortnite was in 2017, 2018. Okay, that was massive. All right, people on the street would just randomly, ask you about Fortnite. Nowadays it's like Fortnite, like that's still a thing. People kind of got over that. When it comes to World War II, I didn't think it was terrible. I actually didn't even mind the maps or the play style, especially after the overhaul. But beforehand, it was pretty bad, right? And I think we're seeing a similar case with Vanguard right now. It's not terrible, right? Like, it's not terrible. A lot of the maps are decent to playable. Not all of them are like complete trash, like Azure Cave and Piccadilly. Like, don't make me laugh with those maps, right? But at the same time, not a lot of the maps, the new maps at least, are very standout-ish. I think the best maps are Eagle's Nest and Hotel Royale. If it was just playlists of those, like I'd be really happy with the game. But we have a lot of, I guess, stinkers too, like Subpens. Well, Subpens is probably the worst map, but it's not like an absolute god-awful map is the thing, right? It's an annoying map, but it's not the worst thing ever. However, content aside, because I always said Vanguard did launch with good content. No matter how much you hate this game, it has way more content than previous Call of Duties, sometimes combined, right? Like in terms of maps and guns at launch, this game definitely had way more than Cold War and Modern Warfare, at least for maps. So the question has to be asked, why do I think, why do other commentators and basically the whole consensus of Call of Duty community, like why do we think Sledgehammer Games is done or should be done? Basically, they just don't have enough time, and in my opinion, they lost their innovation, right? I think Advanced Warfare was obviously very innovative, and they were the first of the Jetpack series, so, you know, you gotta give it to them for there. But then they kind of just slowed down with World War II. We saw like a return to boots on the ground, which was cool, but at the same time, it wasn't very innovative. Nobody really played World War II with the intention of dropping like a V2 and things like that. I think just the overall World War II, how do I say it? The overall like World War II theme and flavor of that style of video game is basically just overplayed at this point, right? I feel like there's a lot of other shooters. I feel like there's a lot of other titles and genres that are just too similar / the same. And that makes it so that people are like, hey, I played this game. You know, I literally just played this game 3 years ago with World War II. People might say that about Modern Warfare, but at the same time, the modern series of video games is just way more applicable, way more just like user friendly, way more casual friendly for sure. You know, a lot of casual people, they see Modern Warfare, they're just like instantly buy because, you know, they want to relive the glory days, or maybe they're just so casual they don't even notice it's not the original Modern Warfare 1 or 2. Either way, in terms of like sales, in terms of like that kind of stuff, marketing, all that stuff, genre, they definitely, I want to say like let the ball down, you know, drop the ball, and especially this year too, man. Like, I don't know, people just aren't happy about Vanguard. There's not enough hype about Vanguard. It's definitely taken a toll on my channel and probably some other YouTubers that you see. You know, a lot of people right now, they're not really uploading, right? A lot of YouTubers right now are not very like uploader friendly right now. They're not doing that much. Partly it's because it's January. Partly it's because there's really nothing to talk about in terms of Vanguard. By the way, quick note about that. I do appreciate the recent support on yesterday's video because it was a live comm and it was like the first time I tried that in a long time. And the reception was overall pretty good. The video was about like a 4 or 5 out of 10. So it's pretty mid to average, but you know, people seem to like it, you know, based on the comment section. So I might sprinkle some of those in here and there. Definitely not make it like an everyday thing. I don't know, maybe, but I do want to, you know, spice it up and you know, just sometimes just ramble about nothing. Sometimes just talk about something regarding Call of Duty. Either way, man, I think Sledgehammer Games is just done. You know, I just don't find their games that fun anymore. You know, I feel like they just ran out of ideas, and maybe this is because Activision is putting them on this like stressful life cycle. But you got to remember, there was another thing back last year in 2021, or was it 2020? Maybe it was 2020 actually, when Black Ops Cold War was supposed to come out. It actually wasn't supposed to come out. It was supposed to be Sledgehammer, and Treyarch ended up having to save them and bust out this obviously half-baked game called Black Ops Cold War because Sledgehammer Games unfortunately couldn't resolve some like internal disputes or something like that. They just were bickering and fighting with each other for some odd reason, and because of that, Treyarch had to come in and save them, make a terrible game, kind of ruin Treyarch's name a little bit, and Vanguard, Sledgehammer Games was supposed to come out swinging, right, with a banger game, and they just didn't deliver. It's way too buggy, it's way too glitchy, there's not a whole lot of incentive to play the game, you know, it's very grindy, but not in a fun way. One of the big things I talked about in my videos about how I was gonna like Vanguard was the grind, and unfortunately, the grind is very painful, not painless. There's a lot of bad things in the game, or annoying things that force you to play a certain way that you don't want to play, and a lot of things that force other people to use certain stupid stuff that is just really annoying to you, their teammates, your teammates, like everybody, right? It just pisses everyone off, and obviously that's not fun. Anyway, man, that's basically it. I just don't see Sledgehammer Games coming back, and if they do, they're going to be completely restructured, most likely. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Am I way off? You know, do you think Sledgehammer's is fine? Do you think they should keep them? I think they shouldn't get fired, but they should probably go back to being either like QA testers or support, or lending in like other ideas here and there to Treyarch Infinity Ward, because I just don't see them coming up with their own ideas anymore. I think at one point they did, you know, with Advanced Warfare and even World War II a little bit with like the divisions and stuff like that, but you gotta remember that Sledgehammer Games was a different Sledgehammer Games than the one we see right now. We don't even know who the community manager is for this Sledgehammer Games, right? We don't even know who to ask our questions to. So that's basically it, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I do appreciate you guys coming by and, you know, watching it. Hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, Twitch, all that shabazz. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.